from the bottom. Ain't no problems, we gon' make a way. Got no coach on the field, but we making plays. Hey, look, don't worry, we gon' be okay. Hey, look, why? Cause we gon' make them pay.
What's going down, gamblers? It's the coach from Brothas N Bets, and yes, we are live. And I'm here with the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Marley Betts. Marley,
What is the deal? What's good? SBO. What's the goddamn deal? I hope we get
SBO.
Bryce Young, dog, but we not.
Hold on. What's going on? What you looking at right now?
Who, me? We picking second. He gonna be the first pick. So we not gonna get him.
Bryce Young?
Yeah, somebody go move up in front of us and get that nigga. We gonna have to get CJ Stroud.
I got you. Hey, man, we appreciate everybody tuning in, man. We are getting ready for some college basketball here on Big Wednesday action. Yes, sir. Yesterday went 2-1. Indy really let both of us down.
Oh my fucking god!
Indy was terrible, man. And
at the crib too, dog.
I couldn't believe it, man. I could not believe. Well, I could kind of believe it, man. But that's why when I originally looked at it, but I was like, man, hey, shit, I liked it. But yeah. So now the record's looking at like this right now. All right, you sitting at 20-15, and I'm sitting at 64-46-2 right now. A lot of those have been coming from my shorts, man. I started off on fire, and now I'm kind of just getting cooled off. But it's tournament time, baby. It's tournament time, and so far for the record, 71-61, but only 15 of those L's come from Marley, man, because Marley's just getting back on the college football segments. We are just getting back on the college football segment. But any thoughts, anything you want to say about yesterday's action, Marley?
Well, I saw the bullshit ass Indiana. A&M came through for us. I said yesterday, that was the best play.
A&M came through, yes, sir.
That was the lock. Shit, what was the other play?
Marquette took care of business. I took care of business.
I didn't post it, but I jumped on it when you talked about it. So I did catch some of that Marquette money. And I hit some NBA plays yesterday too, though. So that's what But as far as college, let's go. Let's jump into it.
Yeah, I jumped on that Baylor also, man. I was with you on that. I followed you, tailed you on that one, man. But oh damn, excuse me. But let's jump right in it, man, because we got this game that's going to be starting here in about 17 minutes. We're talking about Xavier, one of my favorites, Providence. They are going at it now. This season, we got to be careful because senior night, we're at the point now where it's a lot of senior nights, man. But this isn't a senior night situation because this weekend is senior night for Providence. So this is the game, the senior night eve right now. And we got Xavier, a banged up Xavier team taking on Providence. This game is about to start in about 17 minutes, like I said, man. So let's get right into it. The Musketeers are 21-8 on the year, while the Providence Friars, they're 21-8. This is a 6:30 Eastern Standard Time game going down in Providence. The line opened up in favor of Providence -2.5, and a little bit of money has been coming in, and now they're sitting at 3.5 right now. Get to these actual facts. Xavier 4-2 against the spread last 6 games. They underset 4 out of the last 5. They're 15-5 straight up in the last 20 games. 0-6 against the spread in the last 6 games against Providence. 2-4 straight up in the last 6 games against Providence as well. And 6-3 against the spread in the last 9 games when playing on the road. 13-5 straight up in the last 18 games against a Big East Conference opponent. And 5-0 whenever they play in the month of March. Now, actual factuals for Providence right now, led by head coach Conley, man. Shout out to that boy. I'm a big fan of him. Providence 15-5 against the spread in the last 20 games. They overset 4 out of the last 5. They are 15-5 straight up in the last 20 games. But check this out, Marley. 17-0 in the last 17 games. In the last 17 games when playing at the crib. The total has gone over 5 out of the last 6 when playing home against Xavier. 13-5 against the spread in the last 18 games against a Big East Conference opponent, and 9-4 straight up in the last 13 games played on a Wednesday. Now, injury reports, like I said, one of their leading scorers, Fremantle, he got hurt, man. He's done for the year with a foot injury. That was a big blow for Xavier. And they got Tandy, Kiki Tandy, or KY Tandy. He is out for sure for tonight's game. While everybody's playing for Providence, man. So with that being said, Xavier, Providence, Marley, I know you don't have a play on this, I think, but how you feel?
Yeah, don't have a play on this one. Probably just a little too tight for me, but I will give a lean, man. I'll take Providence at the crib. Should be a tight game, but Providence 7-3 out of their last 10 games. I believe head to head 6-4 in the last 10. Also, they're 5-0 at the crib in the last 10 and 4-1 ATS at the crib in those 5 games over the last 10 games. 6-1 as a favorite. Just too many numbers that's telling me to go with Providence, but I do like how Xavier's been playing. They're 6-4 in their last 10 games. 5-2 as a favorite. 3-2 ATS on the road, but I like other plays more than I like that play. But I will, if I had a lean, I do have a lean. I'll lean Providence at the crib. Providence first half sound like good money too.
Providence first half is good money, man. Well, I got an official play for this one. I am all over Providence, man. I've been following this team for years now. They said this was going to be a bad team. This team has really showed up and showed out. And Creighton is just, like I said, this is like game number 4 or 5 since Fremantle got hurt, and they're still trying to figure out like how those extra points are going to come about, man. So with all that being said, I'm on Providence -3.5. Honestly, they should win the first half money line. Providence first half money line is a good play. But I think Xavier's just going to run out of just a little bit more gas, and Providence is going to take off and get that 3.5. So that is my official play. For the game that's about to start here in about 13 minutes, Providence full game spread -3.5. Let me see. Let me write this in. Hey, we appreciate everybody tuning in. I'm the coach. That's Marley Bets, and we are Brothas N Bets, man. Let's keep this thing moving, and we're gonna go to our next game. The Merlin Terrapins traveling into Ohio State. Yeah, Merlin. So when I was in Virginia, they used to pronounce it Merlin. The cats from Maryland, they'd be like, "Man, it's not Maryland, it's Merlin." You know what I'm saying?
Like they say, orange.
Yeah, and like how it's just that side of the country. Like Baltimore, they got a crazy accent, and they right there by them. But anywho, this game now is at a pick 'em, Marley. So this is interesting. I kind of stayed off of this one, but I know you got some play on this one. So let's get to it. Maryland Terrapins, they are 20-9 on the year, while the Ohio State Buckeyes are 12-17. Bit leg down year. Coach could be getting the can. He could be sleeping with the fishes after this game because terrible year, very underwhelming for Ohio State. The game did open up -1 in favor of Maryland, and now it's at a pick 'em. Actual facts is Maryland's 9-3 against the spread in the last 12 games. The overs hit 4 out of the last 5. They are 8-2 straight up in the last 10 games. 9-4 against the spread in the last 13 games when playing against Ohio State. 9-4 straight up in the last 13 games against Ohio State. 4-1 straight up in the last 5 games against a Big Ten conference opponent, but 6-14 against the spread in the last 20 games when playing in the month of March. Now for the Buckeyes, 1-9 against the spread in the last 10 games. The unders hit 4 out of the last 6 for the Buckeyes. 1-9 straight up in the last 10 games, and they got lucky the other day with a game that I put money on, and they want to end up winning that game. I forgot who was against, but who were they playing?
Fucking Illinois.
Yeah. Ohio State 2-14 against the spread. Arkansas 2-14 against the spread in the last 16 games against a Big Ten conference opponent. They're 2-6 straight up in the last 8 games in the month of March. 2-7 against the spread in the last 9 games on a Wednesday, but 13-0 in the last 13 games when playing on a Wednesday at the crib. There aren't any injury reports right now for Maryland. There is a Zed Key. He is out for the rest of the season with a shoulder injury. With that being said, Ohio State hosting Maryland. Marley just sparked it up. How you feel about this one?
Yeah, man. Ohio State owe us some money, dog. And I'm finna go get that tonight. I'm on Maryland. I said this when we took.
You going to get that tonight?
Day. I'm going to get that tonight. I don't believe in this Ohio State team. They're 1-9 in their last 10. 1-4 at home. 1-5 as a dog, and 1-4 ATS at the crib. 4-6 straight up in their last 10, 4-6 straight up in their ATS. Maryland on the other side, they've won 8 out of their last 10 games. 6-4 in the last 10 straight up head to head against Ohio State. 6-4 ATS head to head straight up against Ohio State. 7-3 in their last 10 ATS. Sticking with one of the hotter teams in the Big Ten right now against one of the teams that all season have showed us they ain't about shit.
They ain't about shit. Except for when they took on Illinois.
One game against Illinois, man. They can't.
Now it is senior night.
They get blue.
It's senior night.
Hey, 49ers, man, I'm right there with you. I mean, I said the same shit in the Illinois game, and, you know, it came back to bite me. But I'm going right back to the well right here, dog. Ohio State owed me some money, and I'm going back to get it. Set a pick 'em, so we go take that. Give me Merlin on the money line. 8-2 in the last 10. We go rock with Maryland.
All right, Marley's on Merlin. Official play on the money line is sitting at a pick 'em. Yeah, man. I would definitely lean on Maryland with you, but I'm not. I know what I'm doing today. I got a plan, and I'm gonna stick to it, man. But Florida State was definitely, that was a live little pick yesterday. Not Florida State, excuse me. Texas A&M. And I was looking. I mean, that was one of my plays. Was it one of my plays? No, I only had one play. But you had that play, and I jumped on it with you. I know for sure I did. Jumped on it with you. But anywho, Marley likes Maryland on the money line play, man. Hey, we appreciate everybody tuning in. 49ers, we appreciate you tuning in, my boy. Let's get to our next game, man. And we are in Big 12 country. And it's senior night in the Little Big Apple. The Little Apple. Let me not say the Little Big Apple. It's senior night. And we're talking about Oklahoma taking on Oklahoma State. Oklahoma 14-14, right at 500 on the year, while Kansas State having a great year with a new head coach, 22-7 on the year. This line did open up in favor of Kansas State -7. Right now, it says 7.5. A lot of money's coming in on that to boost it up just a little bit. Oklahoma trends, actual factuals. The overseas 7 out of the last 9. The 3-9 straight up in the last 12 games. 3-6 against the spread in the last 9 games against K-State. 4-1 straight up in the last 5 games against K-State. 1-6 straight up in the last 7 games when playing on the road. 1-9 straight up in the last 10 games when playing in the Little Big Apple. 5-1 against the spread in the last 6 games in the month of March, and 3-9 against the spread in the last 12 games when playing on a Wednesday. K-State, actual factuals, they're 12-5 against spread in the last 17 games. The unders hit 6 out of the last 7. They are 14-6 straight up in the last 20 games. The unders also hit 6 out of the last 6 games when playing at the crib. 9-1 straight up in the last 10 games when playing at the crib against Oklahoma. The unders also hit 4 out of the last 5 games against an opponent in the Big 12 Conference. 1-4 against the spread in the last 5 games when playing on a Wednesdays. Injury reports right now for Oklahoma. Guys that have been out. And Kansas State is healthy. So, with that being said, Oklahoma, the Sooners taking on the Wildcats of Kansas State. Marley, do you have a play for this one?
I do, man. I do. I am on the Wildcats. They're hot right now. 3-game win streak. 6-4 in their last 10 head-to-head against Oklahoma. 6-4 ATS as well. The thing is, though, 4-1 at the crib, straight up, and ATS. 3-0. This is over the last 10. 3-0 as a favorite at the crib. And like I said earlier, on a 3-game win streak. And it's fucking senior night. The building will be rocking. This might get ugly. I'm not a believer in OU. They are 3-7 in their last 10. They're only 1-4 on the road, 2-5 as a dog, and 2-5 ATS on the road. So I know 7.5 kind of seem like a lot, but I think with the crowd, with senior night, Keontae Johnson has a chance. He probably could get 25 tonight. So I'm on K-State. I'll eat the 7.5. I think we good. I think we get a cover. Give me the Wildcats.
All right, man. If I were to make a lean, I'll probably take Wildcats first half. Oklahoma's one of them sneaky teams. I've been saying it all year, man, but the record really doesn't show how good of a team they are. They went into Alabama and beat Alabama. You know what I'm saying? Or I think they were at home when they beat Alabama. Excuse me.
But then,
Come on.
all right. But then you lose by 11 at the crib to Texas Tech.
But a trending ass Texas Tech.
I mean, it's the Big 12, so
Yeah.
Sometimes you get that.
I'm not saying they're great. I'm just saying very sneaky team.
7.5 is a lot. They're definitely not going to win this game.
No, they're not going to win.
7.5 is a lot.
If I lean, I'll take Oklahoma plus 7.5. Though I would do that. But hey, we appreciate everybody tuning in. I'm the coach. That's Marley Bets. Marley likes Kansas State full game minus 7.5. Let's keep this thing going. We're gonna go. Let's stay in Big 12. No. We'll come back to that one because I think we both have a play for that one, right?
Yes.
Okay, we'll come back to that one. We'll get on one of my plays and we'll talk.
Can you hear that?
I can hear a little bit, but nah, not really. You good? Why? No, you good. I can't hear it. Penn State taking on Northwestern Wildcats. The Wildcats are 20-9 on the year, while Penn State they 17-12 on the year. The line did open up in favor of Northwestern -3. Right now, money's been coming in. They sitting at -4.5. Penn State. Actual factors, the overseas 5 out of last 6. They are 5-2 against the spread in the last 7 games against Northwestern. 6-1 straight up in the last 7 games against Northwestern, but 3-15 straight up in the last 18 games when playing on the road. But 10-4 against the spread in the last 14 games when playing on the road against Northwestern. 6-0 against the spread in the last 6 games when playing in the month of March. So we'll see how they do this year in the month of March. Northwestern, actual factuals, they 6-1 against the spread in the last 7 games. The others hit 7 out of the last 8 games. 5-2 straight up in the last 7 games. 5-1 against the spread in the last 6 games when playing at the crib. 4-10 against the spread in the last 14 games when playing at the crib against Penn State, though. But they're 4-2 straight up in the last 6 games in the month of March. So we'll see if they can get one of those wins to start off this year as they have in the past. But 4-8 straight up in the last 12 games when playing on a Wednesday at the crib. Now, with all that being said, there aren't really any injury reports. Roper, he is out with an ankle injury indefinitely. So with that being said, I believe this is senior night in Northwestern. Marley, how you feel about this one? Because I know you don't have a play.
Yeah, I don't, man. It was tough because I've been on Northwestern a little bit. Like I took them Iowa, I took them against Indiana. I think I missed the Purdue game. But anyway, I'm scared of this Penn team because they get hot from 3. They can beat a lot of good teams. You know what I'm saying?
Who you?
So
who you
and I thought
scared
the
of?
5 like Penn State, them boys shooting them threes. They shoot so many a game. I think I wrote it down. The boys shooting 39.20%.
They do shoot a lot of threes. They do,
and they make 10
so
a game.
It'll make them or it'll break them sometimes. They do.
Right.
Trust me.
It just depends on if they hot or cold. You know what I'm saying?
And they tend to get hot in the first half of games with them shooting them threes. So, it sound like you might have a play on this one, or you don't.
I don't have a play. I like Northwestern at the crib. They're 4-1 ATS at home, 13-4 at the crib, 4-1 in the last 10 at home, 6-4 overall in the last 10. But I can't pull the trigger either way. I can't. I think I like Penn State plus the points. I don't know if they can go in there and win, but I think that it just depends on how hot they are. I think they can definitely go in there and cover. But yeah, I don't have to play on the game. I guess I lean maybe with the points. I would bet this game live is what I would do. I need to watch Penn State and see, like, check their temperature. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If they filling it up from 3, shit, I'll take the points. But no play pregame.
Free game. Nah, I got you.
This game
But
is tough to me.
I'm gonna jump on this game, and I like Northwestern full game at the crib, senior night. I like them with their points. They've been having a great year this year. They do show who they are at times, but hey man, it's gonna be rocking. They representing. They had a great year. They looking to make a statement in the Big Ten Conference Championship game. I like them to come out, and I like them to take care of business in the first half. Now, second half's all crazy, but I'm gonna ride Northwestern first half spread, and that spread right at this particular moment is sitting at. Well, let me see. I know 2.5, but yes, I just want to confirm sitting at 2.5. I like Northwestern to cover that. I think I would not be surprised if they cover it by double digits. And in second half, Penn State started making some shit happen. Now, Penn State's on fire in the first half at the threes outside the arc. I'm done. So I need them to go cold because they'll go on fire in the second half shooting them threes. That's why I need that first half, man. What were you about to say? My bad.
I said if they down double digits at halftime, I'm all over Penn State.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. At half, that's what I'm saying. So I'm just gonna get in and get out, dog. Hey, we appreciate everybody tuning in. I'm the coach. That's Marley Bets. We are Brothas N Bets, and Providence and Xavier game has just tipped off, man. So let's see how that game goes. Let's get some money, man. Let's get it. And then we're gonna get to our main event tonight. We coming back down to Texas.
I want you to go first on this one.
You want me to go first? We coming down to Texas.
Yeah, I just want to see what you got on this one.
The greatest nation.
I already put my plays in, though.
The greatest nation in the country. All right. We in the state of Texas, and we actually up there. Yeah. We like that, man. We up in Fort Worth area, the DFW, man, and we talking about Texas Longhorns taking on TCU, who got their star player back. Longhorns 22-7 on the year, while TCU are 19-10 on the year. This line opened up in favor of TCU -1, and now that line's sitting at -3. So you see what's going on there. Texas 2-4 against spread in the last 6 games on their actual factuals. 4-10, 4-6 against the overset 4 out of the last 6 games. They are 14-6 straight up in the last 20 games. 6-2-1 against the spread against TCU. 8-1 straight up in the last 9 games against TCU. 1-4 against the spread though in the last 5 games when playing on the road. But they're 10-4 straight up in the last 14 games against a Big 12 conference opponent. 7-0 straight up in the last 7 games when playing on a Wednesday. TCU actual factuals. 2-5 against the spread in the last 7 games. The unders hit 4 out of the last 6. They are 2-5 straight up in the last 7 games. The overs also hit 4 out of the last 5 games. 15-4 straight up in the last 19 games at the crib. But 8-2 and 1 against spread in the last 11 games on a Wednesday, and 14-2 straight up in the last 6 games when playing on a Wednesday at the crib. No injury reports right now for Texas. TCU questionable tonight. Rondell Walker at the guard position with an elbow. Eddie Lampkin, he's questionable with a undisclosed situation and concussion. Is center Dombaya. I know I butchered it. But anywho, with all that being said, TCU hosting Texas, which I believe is senior night as well for the Horned Frogs. But I'll go ahead and jump this off, man. TCU, since they got their boy back. Let me get the kid name. What's buddy name? Is it Miles?
No. Yeah.
No. Miles. Mike Miles. Since they got them back, they've been feeling that juice. Man. And they popped me the other day. I don't know if you took that too when they played Texas A&M in Lubbock and ended up getting out of there 1-1. Miles really showed like how much he missing, and he definitely got knocked that rust off in his first game before that when they came back, because that was my main thing, was like, yo, he's still gonna be a little rusty getting the game over.
He came back. I think this is 4th game back.
I think it's 3rd. Either way,
back Oklahoma State, if I'm not mistaken, and they blew the doors off the niggas at the crib.
Okay, so then the next game was a loss, and then
Kansas.
they won again, and
And
then
they beat
okay,
Pitt.
got it, got you. I like Texas on this one, man, and I like Texas on the money line. I think
Oh, I thought
Texas
you was
is.
going to TCU.
Oh, you did? No, sir.
Yeah.
No. You're not gonna get me, man. Texas still has the way better recruits. Texas has a better depth. They're better as a team, depth wise, on the bench and on the court. I think Texas's head coach right now is trying to use this season as an audition season with the roster that he has, and he's trying to seal that job up in Austin. But I think Texas just has way too much juice. I think TCU is going to be a little hungover, but the crowd's going to be amped. This is going to be a good game, and this is the
Yeah.
primetime game, and this is why we lie. This is why we chose to advertise this game and talk about this game and kept this game last. But I just think TCU, it was a struggle a little bit against Texas, and they snuck out of it. They snuck out about 5. You know what I'm saying? And then Kansas came. Good game. So they blew out Oklahoma State by 100. This is 25. But they've been playing some dogs lately, man. And right now, I like this spot for Texas, man. I'm just being real with you. I just think they're a better team athletically and skill wise, man. What you got? What's your play, Marley?
Yeah. Let me throw these numbers out here real quick.
Go ahead, man.
Texas scoring 79.43 points per game. Shooting pretty much 35% from 3. 8-2 head-to-head against TCU in the last 10 games. 6-3-1 ATS in those 10 games. Over their last 10 games, just period. They're 6-10, 6-4. This is the thing that Texas better should be concerned about. 1-4 on the road, straight up over their last 10 games. 1-5 as well, ATS on the road over their last 5 games. Against TCU, 30% from 3. They're 4-6 in their last 10 games, 3-2 at home and 3-2 as a favorite. But all that said, though, hook 'em horns, man. Come on, this UT. I'm on that UT, man. I just think at the end of the day, it's better talent at Texas than it is at TCU. And Miles is not gonna be enough. Him and man, what's buddy name? Real quick, I got it written down. Him and I know his last name, Miller. Hold on, what's this name? Emmanuel Miller. There we go. Him and Emmanuel Miller, and he averaging 12 and 6. And you put that with Mike. I'm not sure what he had since he been back, but in those games that he been back, I think 2 of those was losses, if I'm not mistaken. They did have the one win against. Out of the 4 games, but this is 4 games. This is 4th game. They beat Oklahoma State, whom we faded them the other day, and I'm not high on Oklahoma State. Lost to Kentucky and barely got out of there at Texas Tech. I think they won that shit on free throws, if I'm not mistaken. At the end of the game, like the ref called a bullshit foul, 4 or 5 seconds left.
They did. They won
free throws on some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I'm not really a full believer in Tech, but in TCU, but they are a good team, and it is the Big 12. So any given day, but give me the points. Give me Texas. I really like them on the money line, but give me Texas, man.
Man, I like them on the moolah la line. Me, please. I thought you was gonna go moolah la line. You don't like the moolah?
I do. I literally just said that.
But that's not your official play.
That's not my official play. My official play is
all right. Well, let's get to the official plays, man. I like Providence -3.5. That game is going on right now. We are 9 minutes into that game. I don't have a TV in front of me, so I don't know what the hell is going on. I like Texas on the moolah la line. And I like Northwestern first half -2.5 on senior night. Now, as far as Marley likes Merlin money line. He likes Kansas State -7, and he likes Texas on the +3, but he also likes the money line, but he's giving the +3 as an official. Hey, we appreciate everybody tuning in. I'm the coach. That's Marley Bets. We are Brothas N Bets. I'm ready to go watch this game. So, do you have any leans on any games that are going down tonight? NBA too. If you got something on NBA, throw that out there. Because you've been kind of doing good on NBA.
Yeah, I got to start the show. I need to start it this week. Let me go to it real quick because I did have a couple of leans on some teams. I think I might have had one because it's not a big day in NBA today. It's a light day.
Big Wednesday,
yeah. Suns, Hornets. I'm off that. Bills, Cat. I like the Bucks at the crib minus. I call it at 7.5. I'm not sure what it is now. I also like. I took a shot with the Knicks at the crib. That's -8. It looks like, but I think I caught it at a 7. 76ers on a revenge angle with the Heat. I took the Heat a couple nights ago. It was 6.5, plus 6.5. Now they're -1. I like the 76ers on revenge angle. I also took the all the favorites today because I like the Celtics at the crib -5. They're coming off a loss to the Knicks, so looking to get back on track right there. That'll be a tough game on ESPN, but I took the Celtics. And that's it for the NBA. Other games I may look at. I was looking at that Richmond, something I might look at.
Yeah, I was looking at that too. But I got a small lean, not a small lean, but I would lean on that Auburn +10. The rivalry game, the first game, and man, what the fuck did they call Auburn? I had a blank. I'm on it. First one of the day. So, but anywho, when Auburn was home, it was a tough game. So I will take. I like a lean on Auburn plus the 10 against Alabama.
I think I like Pitt. Pitt at Notre Dame.
I was looking at that Pitt. I was looking at that Pitt too.
But I was just looking at it. I didn't make a move on it.
Another lean.
That's about the only other college thing.
Chicago State plus 28.5 against Gonzaga. Gonzaga ain't doing boys like that no more, dog. I know it's tough to be like, man, but 28.5 points at this point of the season, I don't see it, bro. They're not that. They're not like that. I don't think I'll bet on Gonzaga game this year at all. I think maybe I took St. Mary's at the crib. And well, next week at this time we'll be in full college tournament time, conference tournaments around this time next week. So, but man, let's go ahead, man. Let's get up out of here, man. We hitting our 35-minute mark. We've been doing good, man. 35 minutes has kind of been our average on our shows, man. So I ain't got shit to say, Marley. What you got, man? Lead us with the prayer. Let's go watch these games.
Get the fuck out of here, as always, man. May the odds ever be in your favor. And that right there, that's the coach. I am Marley Bets, and this is Brothas N Bets. And we didn't do so good like yesterday, so fuck yesterday. But like today, and for sure, like tomorrow, you already know what it is, man. Let's beat Vegas. And we out this motherfucker.
Check it out. Look, we from the bottom, ain't no problems, we gon' make a way. Got no coach on the field, but we making plays. Hey, look, don't worry, we gon' be okay. Hey, look, why? Cause we gon' make them pay.